Hi guys, we've just got back from Captain America the Winter Soldier, and I have to say I've really been looking forward to this movie. It's probably one of my most anticipated films of 2014, and I'm pleased to say it didn't disappoint. In fact, it actually exceeded my expectations. Now, for a long time, my favourite movie of the Marvel series has been the first Iron Man, and I think what's really good about Iron Man is it's very accessible to a large demographic. It's not just enjoyable for comic book fans. I think it won a lot of people over who weren't even into that genre, and a lot of people went in there, and a good word of mouth went around and told people you don't necessarily have to be into superheroes to enjoy Iron Man. There is definitely a case to be said for that with this movie as well. It's very accessible to a lot of people who might not necessarily like comic book films, and the reason for that is the plot is very good. It's got a very espionage feel about it. It's kind of like a sort of Cold War feel about it. You know, like how things used to be with the CIA and the KGB, and they've done a similar thing here with this storyline where there are outside forces that are unknown to our heroes, and they have to delve more into it to find out what is exactly going on. And our hero Captain America here, played wonderfully by Chris Evans. I actually can't imagine any other actor to be in that role now. I think he really has got comfortable with the role, and he's pretty much made it his own. What I really liked about the start of the storyline was how the present day trying to still adjust to it, and there's some quite poignant moments during that time. It doesn't delve on it too long because it does get straight into the action, and the action in this, I have to say, is absolutely fantastic. That's probably one of the failings I think with Iron Man movies, and that hasn't happened with this. I think the action and the story in Captain America are better balanced than they are in Iron Man, but one isn't suffering for the other. So when the action first, kicks in, then it pretty much it goes more into the story of the main story of what is happening within S.H.I.E.L.D. And Captain America is basically finding out who he can trust and who he can't trust. And a lot of the other agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. like Black Widow and Nick Fury, they're given a fair amount to do, but they don't really hog any of the screen and take away from Captain America. They all pretty much work very well together, and it's really cool to see the characters interact with each other. And the new superhero, he's not technically a superhero, but the new guy on the block, Falcon, I think he's a great character, and he really fit in well with his storyline, and he definitely added a lot to the film. I like that character a lot. Well, the bad guys in this, it's hard really to talk about them because I can't reveal too much about that. I don't want to spoil it for anybody. But the actual Winter Soldier himself, with the moments that he's on screen, they are great. They're fantastic, and there is some absolutely awesome fights which involve Captain America, and of course as with all major villains and the big hero, there's a big showdown at the end which doesn't disappoint. It's not just fighting action scenes that are fantastic in this. There's car scenes in this. There's sort of shield jet fights. It's got everything really. Even Captain America on his bike again. It absolutely doesn't disappoint on the action. And so as I said, great storyline, great characterization. There is some really good humour in there. There is some Easter eggs for Marvel fans, of course, and even a superhero that is most likely going to get a film in the future is name dropped in this movie, so that'll please a few Marvel fans. So seeing as this movie pretty much delivers on everything you would expect from a Marvel film, I'm going to have to give it 5 stars out of 5, and hey, why not give it 5 Captain America shields with the star on the middle, 5 of those out of 5, because I think it definitely deserves it. Of course, you'll be wondering, if you haven't seen the film yet, is it worth staying till the end credits? Well, during the credits, they now have the mid-credits scene and they have the end-credits scene. The mid-credits scene is worth staying for and checking out. There's a couple of characters in there that will appear in future Marvel films. The end-credits scene is just really a little bit extra for people wondering what happens after the credits roll on Captain America. They probably could have done with actually putting that scene in the mid-credit scene and the mid-credit scene at the end, but that's just a nitpick. Future films, going to go and see Rio 2 with my daughter at the weekend, and we'll be reviewing that as soon as we've seen it. So thanks for watching my review. I hope you enjoy Captain America, the Winter Soldier, and I'll catch you later.